Hi there, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us today for this live webinar. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it because we're going to cover a lot of ground and show you some things that are totally new to binary options. Tamara could not make it for this webinar, unfortunately, because of an emergency. My name is Raul, and I work with Tamara and the development team. Also, Barry, who works with us in the product development team. He's going to be answering your questions live via chat, so feel free to ask anything you want while I'm conducting the webinar. Let's start with a bit about me here real quick. I've been working with BinaryMatrixPro since September on the team. I love it here. It's like working in a research lab. But it's related, to trading, and that's a real bonus for me because I love trading. I've been trading Forex since 2009. I started looking at binary options early in 2013, and I got really into binaries when I started working with the BinaryMatrixPro team. The main thing about binary options that interested me was how they simplified what I did in Forex, but allowed me to, make more money in the process. So not as complicated as the Forex stuff. Well, my favorite approach to trading Forex was to jump in on a fast move and ride it for what I could. If you look at Forex charts, then you'll usually see price moving 5 to 15 pips as the hour rolls around, only to settle back where it was over the space of a couple minutes, right? I was pretty good at jumping in on those moves, maybe scalping 2 to 5 pips most of the time. But you need to do that and do it right very frequently to make any serious money without risking, too much in the process. When I found binary options, it was like a light came on. I could do the same thing that I've been doing with Forex, but walk away with 75, even 85% gains because I only needed to get the direction right, not worry about how many pips I could grab in the process. That's the real beauty of binary options. You only have to worry about the direction the price will go. You don't have to worry about how far it'll go. Anyway, that was the attraction for me, and that's the reason why I'm working with the BinaryMatrixPro team today. So enough about me. Let's take a look at what we're going to be covering in today's webinar. First up, a quick demonstration of how to trade binary options. Or actually, the introduction here. Next is the quick demonstration. I'm sorry, I'm doing Tamara's presentation, so I'm kind of winging it here, so bear with me. Next, the 7 myths and truths about binary options trading. 5 elements without which you can't make money trading binary options. Key reasons why people are losing money in binary options and the solution. Why a 1-minute binary option is the best time frame for profits. How BinaryMatrixPro works from start to finish. How our social performance reporting features help you make money. Sorry about that, went a little too far. Most binary options brokers are scammers, but a few are not, and here's why. And then last, we'll have a Q&A session at the end. And like I said, I'm going to do my very best with this, but this is Tamara's presentation, so just going to try to do as good as I can. Regarding the Q&A, I've got Barry, as I mentioned, on chat. He's here with me, and he's going to be answering questions for you as we go through the webinar. What I need to stress is that there are 200 of you and just one of him. So if you ask a question and don't get an immediate response, please don't keep posting the same question because it'll just slow Barry down even more. And he's asked me to make this request because he's dealt with it in the past. Plus, you'll probably get the same same question answered multiple times anyway. So as a reminder to anybody who just joined us, Tamara could not make it for this webinar, unfortunately, because of an emergency. My name is Raul. I work closely with Tamara and the development team here at BinaryMatrixPro. So let's go ahead and get started. A quick demonstration of how to trade binary options. The first thing you need to do is visit a brokerage website and open an account. That process, really clear, very similar regardless of which broker you use. Start by clicking the relevant button or link. If you don't have an account, you're going to click that Open a Demo Account button. Then you're going to fill out a form. Let me back up here. There we go. You're going to fill out a form, really, the basic information. And then you're going to fund your account. So you got to put some money in there that you're going to be able to use to trade. There are really several different methods you can use. A credit card that tends to be the most popular way to do it. And then with your account funded, and there's a variety of minimums for what you want to put in those accounts, but having your account funded, you're basically ready to start trading, and you can access your trading platform, which looks exactly or similar to what you're seeing on the screen. This is a typical platform view. It shows the asset, which in this case is the Euro USD. We've got 60-second options listed. We're looking to trade $10, and on the right you can see that a win will net us a 70% return. If you think the market will move up after 60 seconds, then you click on the call button. If you think the market should be lower after 60 seconds, you click the put button. Then after 60 seconds, you'll either be correct or not, and either $7 richer or $10 poorer. That's the way that works. Okay, so as you can see, nothing difficult about trading binary options. You only need to know which of these two buttons to push, and that's why we're here. Remember, again, type in any questions you got. Barry is working hard already to answer them. So, just if you got any questions, let Barry know, and he'll get to them as quickly as he can. 7 myths about trading, about binary options, and I want to kind of help you out with understanding the truths about those. One of the great things about myths is that you can usually find a nice selection of contradictions. Let me explain a few of those. It's more profitable to trade Forex than binary options. Well, the truth is a lot of people hold this view, but at the end of the day, it really depends on what you're trying to achieve and how you're trying to achieve that. You could open a Forex trade and strike it lucky. Trends in Forex can run for thousands of pips in some cases. So riding one of those can be very profitable. The problem is riding a trend for those big bucks can mean you need to stay in the trade for weeks, months, even years sometimes. That's clearly not what we're looking to do with binary options. The tactic here is to get in and get out with a good gain in the shortest reasonable amount of time, 60 seconds in our case, just 1 minute, and then use compounding of profits to maximize your returns. By doing that, binary options becomes a lot more profitable than Forex. It's hard to trade binary options, another myth. I think we've already shown that really nothing could be further from the truth on this. There's only 2 options available. You need to click a button and you're done. Not just that, you have a fixed amount of risk and a fixed reward. So you're always going to know where you are. There's no second guessing. No, price is going against me. Should I close out? Should I continue to ride on? Hey, I'm up 3 pips. Should I bank that profit before it disappears? All those kinds of things that we get with Forex don't exist with binary options. Everyone has the right to their own opinion. I understand that. But I think that trading binary options is just easier and far less stressful than regular Forex. You can't make money trading binary options. Now, this one is just plain silly. I would not be here if this was the case. If you can't make money trading binary options, why would it be the fastest growing trading sector? Personally, I think that the myth was started by the same people who never learned to trade Forex or futures or stocks profitably. What they always forget is trading a zero-sum game, so that there's a winner in every trade. The guys who start these rumors are probably just on the losing side all the time. Okay? I don't know. It's just it's something that's set up by people who have they've failed at something, so the rumors get started. Brokers trade against you. You would not believe how often I hear this, and it's just wrong. What actually happens is this. Brokers work on probabilities. The obvious one being that some people will think price is going up and some people will think it's going down. All they have to do, all their servers have to do, is match up clients betting up against clients betting down. It really doesn't matter to them who wins, because they're going to collect the difference. That's from the broker standpoint. Take a simple example where one trader places a $10 call and another places a $10 put. If the price went up when the trader who placed the call would win $7, but the trader who placed the put is going to lose $10. That means the brokerage earned the $3 difference for matching up the traders. That is exactly how all traded markets work. Speculators speculate, and the broker gets paid for being a matchmaker. That's just the name of the game. You can make more money trading longer time frames. Sorry to burst your bubble on this one, folks, but it's another fallacy. Your chances of winning longer term options, trades like 15-minute, 60-minute, and daily, no better or worse than short-term options like 60-second options, if you trade an appropriate strategy. The difference is that you're forced to trade less, so if your strategy works, long-term options actually force you to be less profitable. You need to trade a lot of currency pairs in order to make money with binary options. If you think for a moment, you'll quickly realize this is another fallacy. When you try to trade too many pairs, you simply can't focus on what you're doing. So rather than making you profitable, try to trade lots of pairs actually has the opposite effect because you can't focus. It's impossible to make money across all major trading sessions. Now, I love this one, and I have heard it quite a bit. I have to be honest, it's probably true if you trade Forex, as certain strategies work better in certain trading sessions. To an extent, I suppose trading binary options with particular strategies would suffer from the same issues. Okay, but BinaryMatrixPro disproves the theory completely because we achieve almost identical results around the clock. And not just us. Our users are reporting the same consistent performance via our social reporting feature. All right, next slide here. 5 elements without which you can't make money trading binary options. It's funny how people can come into this business believing they can just start hitting home runs, right out of the gate without making sure that all the members of their team are in position. I have lost count of the people I've met who say something about binary options and decided to just wade in and get rich, and they end up poorer than before because they're totally not prepared. It's not rocket science, folks. It's just that some people like to make things more complex than it needs to be, and others just can't be bothered. Here's my take on things. First, before you can do anything, the most important thing you need is a great brokerage. Now, under normal circumstances, you'd be left to do the legwork yourself, but as a BinaryMatrixPro user, you can leverage the benefit of our knowledge and research in this very area, and that's something I'm going to cover more in depth later on. Second, volatility. Where would we be without volatility to push the price around? We need it. That's the truth. However, the question is probably more correct if I say, where would we be without the right amount of volatility to push that price around? That's right. We need the correct amount of volatility to move price enough to let us win trades, but not so much that it invites price bouncing. That's why we've got the volatility monitor and filter within the BinaryMatrixPro software. And I know a lot of you guys are going to ask questions about that, so just get ready for that, okay? Directional assessment. Of course, it's all very well, knowing volatilities within an acceptable, even ideal range. But without an idea of whether price should move up or down, it's pretty pointless. That's the reason why BinaryMatrixPro includes a directional predictor. The directional predictor filters out random noise and then uses a heuristic approach to speculate which way impulses are going to push price during the next minute. It requires a ton of computation, but that's why we came up with computers in the first place, right? Fourth, it's a great system. And that's hardly a surprise, right? At least it really shouldn't be a surprise. At the end of the day, everyone's looking for a reliable system that can help them make money from trading. Isn't that exactly why you're even attending this webinar? The good news is BinaryMatrixPro is exactly that system, so you're in the right place at the right time. Okay? And support. Be honest here. Who doesn't need support from time to time? Even if it's just, help to install or use some software. All I can say is that the support offered by BinaryMatrixPro is excellent. You've got live chat staff that are available for the silly little things. For those more in-depth things, we've also got our personal account representatives who are very easy to reach, even by telephone, and they will literally bend over backwards to help you in whatever they can. Not only are they experienced traders who know the BinaryMatrixPro software inside and out, they're also able to help you get where you want to be and do it sooner than you would expect. All right, key reasons people are losing money in binary matrix, in binary options, and the solution. This is a fairly subjective topic, but I want to hold on just a second. What's that? Okay. Again, if we don't get to your question right away, please just be patient. It will show up. there's no need to repeat your questions. He'll get to you as soon as he can. Let me see where we're at. Okay, key reasons. Yes, sorry. Again, it's a subjective subject, but I want to throw out some things that I've noticed, and hopefully I'm going to touch on a few nerves in the process. The most common reason that I've run across is simply that people don't trade a reliable system for some reason. A lot of people almost seem to literally gamble with binary options, and that's especially the case when people start trading the very short time frames. It's just not possible to trade manual strategies on very short time frames. There's no time to assess and react to the information. Okay? Another reason is that people use very poor money management, or what's often the case, none at all. Speaking to a number of people over recent months, the image I get in my head is of someone sitting in front of a Vegas slot machine. They're just pushing money into it. That's not trading for success. It's gambling for excitement. Or maybe just you're bored and you got nothing to do. Either way, you're not going to, you're not going to be making money and be wealthy by using that kind of strategy, if you want to call it a strategy. Why 1 minute binary options is the best time frame for profits. So this question crops up all the time. Why trade 1 minute options rather than 15, 30, 60-minute options, the higher time frames? It's actually fairly logical if you think about it. What we're trying to do with the BinaryMatrixPro system is catch those little impulses that push price one way or the other. It's a bit like the system was originally traded on Forex. Okay, the system that I originally traded on Forex. Those little moves around the top of each hour only last a very short time. They were impulses, not trends. So they were over within just a couple of minutes. It's exactly the same here. Those impulses that temporarily push price in one direction or the other simply don't last long enough to maintain the movement until the end of a 15-minute or higher period has elapsed. So what the shorter time frames like 30 seconds and 10 seconds, what about those? Honestly speaking, you'd think those would work as well, perhaps even better than with the 60-second options, right? But no, in most cases, what actually happens is that the predicted impulses don't have time to extend price long enough to lock in your profit. So that's why we trade 60-second options. There's also the issue that relying on shorter time frames significantly narrows the field of available brokers, and you'll understand why we would want to avoid that in just a few minutes. There's another slide. I'm going to touch a little bit more on that and shed some light into it. So how BinaryMatrixPro works from start to finish. All right, we've been chatting about a lot of things, but it's time to take you through the BinaryMatrixPro system so you can see just how simple it is to use and how easily you can begin reporting your results too. Believe it or not, once you see this, it's going to open up a whole new level for you. We have the Windows desktop version that I'm going to be showing you here, but we've also got a web-based version and even an Android app which works exactly the same way. So let's take a look at the main screen. Along the top of the software you can see various things. The first item is the remaining signal credit balance. Okay, as it's right up here. It might be a little, hopefully not too small for you to read, but this is what I'm talking about. As you know, we charge 1 cent for each signal. So this amount is going to decrease as each signal triggers. When it gets low or reaches 0, you can purchase additional signal credits with top-ups that start at $5 for 500 signals. The next item is the internal mail system, and that allows us to broadcast messages to you directly through the platform. Okay, that's this little mail icon here. So when you click on that tab, you're going to see that message window. To the right of that tab is the Contact Rep button. And that looks, when you click on the Contact Rep, that screen's going to open up. And that allows you to get a hold of an account representative from within BinaryMatrixPro. Remember, you're going to be able to select a personal account representative once you join BinaryMatrixPro. The role of that personal account representative is to help you in whatever you need, from software operation issues to trading issues, or really anything you need. And next is the account button, right next to the Contact Rep button. Again, this window is going to open up, showing your BinaryMatrixPro users details, and it includes facilities for you to purchase signal top-ups, invite friends to take a look at BinaryMatrixPro if you'd like to do that as well in this area. Now, if you prefer some audio interaction, you can use the voice button next to account there to activate spoken signals. And that just, you'll get an actual audio notification letting you know what's going on. Okay, but let's jump ahead and look at some important parts of the signal. Again, here is a let me back up. This is the main window. This is the starting point, okay, for all the pairs that BinaryMatrixPro monitors. And when a signal is triggered, first, everyone can report, whether they traded a signal, right? And I'm going to break down each one of these little areas here. Number one shows a call signal has been triggered. In this case, number one here shows call. Number two shows that there were 627 users online when the signal triggered. Number three shows the number of users who have reported taking that signal, which in this case was 356. And number four shows the button you'll click if you want to take part in the social reporting. It tells our system that you actually traded that signal. So you can click that. And again, that's optional. That's just for you to participate if you want to. Now, if a user took the trade at their brokerage, he or she may go social by clicking that button, and then after clicking that button, you're going to be taken to the social reporting and results panel. Now, this panel, again, let's keep breaking it down. Number 5, when the trade ends, you report the results. And again, this is optional as well. You can say, was it a successful trade? Yes or no. Number 6 shows how many users reported trading the signal. In this case, 583. Number 7, how many of those also reported their results? 529 in this case. Okay, and these are really typical results. Not everybody reports. More than likely, there was more people took the trade and they didn't report it. And these are just for number 7 here. This just after they took the trade, they clicked either yes or no and let us know what the outcome was. So, roughly 57 or something did not report at the end of that for whatever reason. Number 8 shows the final outcome for all reported results percentage-wise. So here in this case, of those that traded and reported the outcome, 87% were winners, 13% were losses, which is pretty good. Okay, how our social performance reporting helps you make money. What always seems to worry traders, and excuse me real quick, I just need to take a quick drink. I'm doing a whole lot of talking very quickly and not something that I do every day. So what always seems to worry traders, especially new traders, is whether they're doing the right thing by pulling that trigger. Okay, I'm sure everyone's felt the same at some point or another. Usually we're alone with our thoughts, and our thoughts keep us from making money. That's really where the social reporting feature of BinaryMatrixPro comes into play. For the first time ever, we don't have to be alone. You can watch every signal as it triggers. You can see how many people are jumping into that trade. And not just that, you can watch people as they're reporting the outcome of the trade that they just took. And it's all happening in real time. As other traders in the BinaryMatrixPro community are reporting their actions and results, you're seeing it. If you're a more experienced trader, you can use that information to help decide which signals you want to trade. If you're a newbie trader, just sit back with a cup of coffee, watch what goes on for a little while, as you watch other community members getting involved and see the kind of results that they're achieving. It'll give you the confidence to take trades yourself. And the best part is that you can gain that confidence without having to risk a single penny until you're ready. Knowing that you can follow the success of others until you have confidence in the system yourself is a huge advantage of the BinaryMatrixPro system that's not available with any other product. That's specifically why we did this. Because seeing people, seeing what they're doing when they're doing it is often what it's going to take you to make those moves yourself. Most binary option brokers are scammers, but a few are not. Here's why. First of all, let's be honest, there are good and bad companies in every line of business. No matter what it is. So believing that the binary options industry might be different than all the other industries in the world, that's naive at best. Having said that, there are many brokers who have received bad raps when it wasn't justified. One of the most common complaints probably related to withdrawing funds. Now, I know this looks like it should be the simplest of all things, but sometimes it's just not as easy as we'd like it to be. So let me explain how this goes. We all know how brokers try to make opening an account as quick and painless as possible, right? To do that, they need to take a few shortcuts, and that's basically what can cause a few hurdles down the road. What I'm really talking about here are the anti-money laundering regulations. It doesn't matter who you are or where you live. It's an issue that affects everyone, and that includes your broker. One of the fairly fundamental rules brokers have to abide by is to know their client. But because they make things extra easy during the joining process, they usually don't get all the personal ID or proof of address, all those little details that make sending money back to you legal from their end. Lots of people don't understand or just don't want to understand this. While brokers can legally accept your money, okay, just basic details, they need to get a lot of paperwork straight before they can legally send you money. I know it seems obvious to say just, put it back on the card that I used to make the deposit. But that doesn't meet the legal requirements for AML. That leaves brokers in a very awkward position, folks, because they've got to be able to prove who they send money to before they send it. Some clients just view requests for ID as excuses to avoid paying them. And then they run around screaming that, broker X or broker Y refused to pay out. That's not the case, folks. But aside from that, okay, legitimate brokers have to have all their ducks in a row legally. Aside from that, there are a lot of shabby brokers out there. But there's actually a fairly simple way of weeding through those. The key is to focus on brokers who are either already regulated or they're in the process of becoming regulated. Those are basically the best brokers to trade with because they aren't going to risk their regulated status and what's that? Yeah, exactly. Generally very heavy fines from regulators by trying to scam you out for a few bucks. The good news is we know who those brokers are. I guess, we ought to after meeting with over 40 of them. All right. So we've covered a lot of ground today. It looks like Barry has answered, a lot of questions. He looks pretty exhausted. I'm buying drinks tonight, Barry, okay? I hope you have found this information useful. We look very much forward to seeing you as a new member of our Binary Matrix Pro community. Again, this is Raul. I'm signing off. This has been a great session, really, and we got a lot of good questions. Tamara's going to be sad that she missed this. But thank you so much, and any questions that you have sent that have not been answered, Barry's going to stick around and get those answered to you. If you can't do it online, they'll be sent to you via email. All right, thank you so very much.